The basement smelled like concrete, sweat, and certainty. In August of 1971, beneath Stanford University, a simple question was about to trap real people inside a story no one could stop. It began as science clean, ambitious, controlled. Volunteers answered an ad. They were healthy, ordinary, curious. They were randomly assigned roles guards or prisoners. No bars, no weapons. Just a hallway, a few doors, and the promise that it would all end in 2 weeks. On the first day, it felt like a game. Nervous laughs echoed off cinderblock walls. The guards tried on uniforms like costumes. The prisoners memorized numbers instead of names. A camera blinked on. The experiment had begun. Then the tone shifted. Orders hardened. Voices lowered. Sleep was interrupted. Small rules multiplied. The guards discovered that authority didn't need force, just repetition. The prisoners discovered that resistance carried a price. The air grew heavier, not from violence, but from pressure, from the quiet realization that no one was stepping in. By day 2, lines were crossed. By day 3, emotions cracked. A prisoner broke down, sobbing, confused about whether he could leave. The guards escalated, not because they were cruel, but because the system rewarded control. The experiment's creator watched from behind the lens, taking notes, absorbed in the unfolding drama. That was the turning point. The study didn't end because the data was complete. It ended because someone outside the system finally said, "This is wrong." 6 days in, less than half the time planned, the doors were opened, the rolls dropped, and the basement emptied. But the damage didn't leave with them. What followed lasted decades. The Stanford prison experiment became famous and infamous. It shaped textbooks, documentaries, and dinner table debates. Was it proof that power corrupts? Or proof that the experiment itself was flawed? Critics argued participants were nudged, coached, manipulated, that the science bent under the weight of spectacle, that ethics were sacrificed for a powerful story. And yet the story wouldn't let go. Because beneath the arguments lies an uncomfortable truth. Ordinary people can change when systems change. Not monsters, not villains, us. Place anyone in a structure that rewards dominance and silence, and something fragile begins to bend. Today, the experiment is less a result than a warning. A reminder that curiosity without restraint can become cruelty, that researchers are never neutral observers when real lives are involved, and that ethics aren't a footnote to science. They are the foundation. The basement is quiet now, but the question it raised still echoes. When rules replace conscience, who stops the experiment? If this story made you think, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, so more stories like this can be told and remembered.